Waz's mum Joan visited us here in the UK recently and left the legacy of Waz's Nana Winchester's sponge roll recipe or jelly roll recipe. You make a cake in a rectangular tray and then you put a filling in the middle and roll it up. It is so easy. Basically, for every egg you use 1 tablespoon of caster sugar and 1 tablespoon of self-raising flour. If you don't have self-raising flour, you can use plain flour, but you have to put baking powder in. This tray is about 23 centimetres by 33 centimetres, 13 inches by about 10 inches. I'm going to line this tray with baking parchment.
Why are you putting butter on there first then?
Just so it sticks.
Ah.
Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or a moderate heat. We're using 3 eggs for our size of tray, so I'm just going to crack those into a bowl and beat them. Till they're nice and well beaten and frothy. This is your opportunity to start incorporating air into the mixture, so give the eggs a good beat. So you want 3 tablespoons of sugar for those 3 eggs. Beat that till it's really, really thick. Waz's mum says you've got to beat it at this stage till it's so thick that you can make a figure of 8 in the mixture. Yeah, it's not really at that stage yet. There we go. See how thick that is? Really pale and creamy. Just a half teaspoon of vanilla. I'll pop that in now. Vanilla essence, extract rather. I only buy plain flour and add baking powder to it to make self-raising flour. I'm going to sift these together first. 3 heaped tablespoons of flour. Just curve your finger, hook your finger and run it over the top of the spoon. Try and read your packet to see how much baking powder you should use to make your self-raising flour. But this is 4 teaspoons to 1 cup, so I'm going to use about 1.5 teaspoons. Gently fold in, a little bit at a time, your 3 tablespoons of flour. You really have to make sure that the flour's mixed in. See, it sort of lumps together.
Probably because the egg and sugar mixture is already so viscous.
Yeah. See, look at this. Make sure to mix that in first. So put that into your sponge roll or jelly roll tin.
This is just a tray that we use to bake potatoes and stuff on. Roast potatoes.
Well, it is actually a sponge roll tin though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. You can just slide that gently down into the corners by tipping it. Okay, and into that moderate oven for about 20 minutes.
Middle shelf?
Yep, I guess so. You need to prepare a cinnamon and sugar mixture on a tea towel that will end up going on the outside of your sponge. A tablespoon of caster sugar and about a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then approximating the size of your tin, just sprinkle the cinnamon onto the clean tea towel.
Maybe spread it out a bit wider. That way.
That's 18 minutes. I'm just going to have a look and feel. I think that's done actually.
Yeah, I don't think it would take much longer to cook than that.
And then, ba-dump.
Done.
Remove the paper.
I thought you said you use that for rolling it. Don't you roll it up with the paper still in and then unroll it?
No. Peel away the paper and roll up the sponge.
Oh, you roll the tea towel in it?
No.
No. I see, and you're just kind of pulling the tea towel away as you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't.
Yeah, that's better. That's a better angle. Yeah.
Cooling rack for, I don't know, we'll leave it for 20 minutes or something. Do you want to whip the cream?
feel like an idiot standing here when there's a bloody... Where's the electric beater?
Oh, come on, just whisk it. It'll take you 2 minutes.
Oh, look, they make bloody machines for this these days, Lenny. I've changed my action.
That's better. That's right. Lift it up so it gets air in
Well,
there.
because I'm left-handed. I was trying to hold it so you could see it on the camera.
Beat that cream.
I need a bloody joint replacement in my shoulder. Have I got butter yet?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What do you reckon?
Stop!
Oh, bloody sweated blood into that. That's killing my arm. I've got to get the technique sorted.
It's the wrist aid. You've got to use your wrist.
Tensing right up through here. I mean, there's loads of muscle on me, but I was using every bit of it. I'll have the camera back now, thanks. Don't know if I'm going to be able to lift it.
About 3 tablespoons or 4 tablespoons of jam or jelly in a pot. You can use any flavour, strawberry, raspberry. We've got apricot here. Just want to soften it so it's a bit easier to spread.
I guess you roll it while it's warm to give it the memory of the curve.
Yeah, sort of, so it gets its shape.
Because if you cooled it flat,
I think it would crack. So you just spread your jelly or jam. And when you finish it, try and finish it with the crease side down.
You eat it while it's still warm or refrigerated?
Oh, I'm going to have some now.
Keep it in the fridge if you're...
Yeah, you know, day or two. Should be fine.
That's the way. There we go.
It's basically a store-cupboard cake or a larder cake. It's just eggs, flour, sugar, vanilla, and jam or jelly. You don't have to have the cream in it if you don't have any to hand. It's really actually surprisingly light.
It's amazing. Well, I suppose it doesn't use very much flour. Because I was thinking when you're cooking that, that's going to overflow that pan, you know, but there's not much... There's not much flour in it for that to happen, is there?
Oh, look at the size of that piece.
Well, look at the size of my mouth.
Didn't even touch the sides.
Good. Sorry, not a big fan of apricot jam, but that's a nice jam. Sometimes you buy these Swiss rolls, sponge rolls, jelly rolls, and the jelly that they've used in them is really sweet and cloying and... bleh.
Kind of... like it's been thickened with corn flour as well.
The ones that you just get off the shelf at the supermarket that seem to be able to, must be chock full of preservatives because they, you know, they sit there for weeks on end. Well, it was good. There's just one last thing to mention. I was talking to my mum and she said that when you turn out your sponge, you should trim off the crispy edges along the long side and that way it'll roll up better. Or just for better presentation, but the crispy edges sort of make it crinkle a bit as you're rolling it up. So trim off the long edges. Thanks, Mum.